Greetings, family. I'm so glad to be here with you again as we celebrate another moment with the mystery. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Mama Ama, and today we celebrate the mystery of air. The mystery of air, and I gotta tell you, here I am. We went from, some sprinter cool energies into a full-fledged 90 plus degree day. And having grown up in Florida, that's not a big deal. But, they're letting us know that change is in the air. We're moving deeper and faster towards the energy we know is spring. And I'm just happy to be here with you. I'm happy to be in presence with you and right at the forefront. One of the things that came out of my workings yesterday and I'm brought to bring it to us today is the power of the word. Here we are in Gemini season where, we are in the energy of thought. Gemini rules the mind, it rules communication, electronics, even our digital communications are held there. And it's something to consider how much our digital communications impact our minds, right? We read this thing and flashback and then we are being influenced constantly. And so let's begin with the word and the understanding that, when you speak certain things, especially with emotional charge, when you give it an emotional charge, you actually amplify it. To amplify it, and you don't have to say it loudly. It's the feeling that gives it the energy, the fuel. And so it is something to consider about what words we will choose and how we will allow our words to go through, because the words do not come back void, as they say. We put this out and then this comes back to us, okay? These two want to come out too. I think we're going to put these on down. Do we want to put them down yet? Yeah, I do. So I'll put those down. What we understand about the word going out is that it does not come back void. So here's your opportunity. This is what I did a lot yesterday, and I'm doing a lot with myself right now, which is speaking into life what I want. I'm speaking into life what I need. I'm speaking into life my joy. I'm speaking into life my dreams. I'm fueling life with my words. I wrote them down, and yes, for those who may have been paying attention and who've been hanging out with me, yes, I have been doing the intuitive journaling. Intuitive journaling is giving me some messages. And I'm also writing down what I want and need. I'm writing down the desires of my heart, little and big, little and big. I'm writing them down and I'm reviewing those things. Some of them are going to be easier to come, but I don't know. It's not for me to say how fast or slow. It's really about me holding true that I know that I'm willing it to be so. This is the power of the word. Everything that we have began in someone's mind, and we now have it in its physical representation. Even the art here, my dear sister created. This particular art here was created as an idea. That even the cards that we pull, they start from an idea that comes into form. We take a look at these cards that we have here. So, oh, this is good. The very first card, it shows an elder. And as you look at that elder, she has a light there above. There's, again, it looks like the quail with the pieces here, and the white owl, and here are the peacock plumes. So I think it is a peacock because we have the peacock plumes here. She says there's visions of life beyond death, and the number is 44. 44, which is another master number. And for me, this particular master number really, she's got the buffalo head. I see the spider web. There's a lot. There's the moon. There's so much symbolism here around change. And when I'm looking at this image of visions of life beyond death, if we consider that we're living in a time where things are falling apart, things are rapidly falling apart, we have the opportunity to consider, what do we want beyond? What is to come into being on the other side? Not everybody might be thinking that, but some of us, maybe you are one, I know I am one, charged with dreaming beyond, dreaming into. And so what we understand is death is not the end. There are those who believe death is the end. Death is simply a doorway that takes us into a new becoming. As someone who has lived through a few NDEs, which are near-death experiences, here I am yet again, understanding that there is this that has been calling me forward. And so this leads me, again, she says, visions of life beyond death, the next card, right here. Big, bold vision. Again, activating this third eye and putting fuel behind your big, bold vision. We are called to it. And we got to start talking about it as if it's real, speaking it as if it's now, allowing it to, celebrating every small sign. Again, this is the power of the preponderance of the small. I looked it up. Again, a lot that deals with the preponderance of the small is that it's not a time for big, bold action. When you are dealing with little bit by little bit energy, it's a 60-second hexagram in the I Ching. It's not a time for big, big movements, but it is a time for big, bold visions that you allow to come into form, almost like pixels. Pixels that show up. And let's look at this last card. Here again, she had her eyes closed. I'm going to give you this. Here, in the first card, she had her eyes closed. Visions beyond death. Here, her eyes are wide open. I was really recently just thinking about the tattoo that my sister's from the Samoa tribe, and she has here on her neck a scarab, and this energy is coming through here. So there's an activation of the throat chakra. It looks like it's coming up from the heart, as well as the bumblebee or the bee here at the crown. It is this energy of this big, bold vision that sometimes has to be seen through small signs. And the last one that I was bringing up, which I think is really interesting, these are the two that came together. We have the owl again. Once again, we have the owl in the sacred geometry, and it's saying, be the hunter, not the hunted. Be the hunter, not the hunted. And let's think about how that lines up when it comes to holding a vision in a time would like to squelch and squelch everything of the future for us. It would like to control it. And we are saying, I am not to be controlled. So when we look at these three together, when we bring in the energy of the big, bold vision, she has that owl right here. And here's the owl saying, and I will go get it. I will go get it. You bring that vision in, and I will support you in hunting it down. This is the time, y'all. This is a powerful card. This is a powerful selection for this day of the air. So we're going to put this out into the atmosphere and into the air. And I'm so glad. I am so glad that we have each other. We have these moments. I'm so glad that I'm being obedient to do this work, because I too am rowing my boat gently down the stream. These messages are shifting and shaping me. So I'm so grateful to be here with you. You know, I'm going to get ready to get off of here. It's the evening. I'm getting ready to go hang out with a dear friend. We do this work called Dream Seeds. What it means to feed our dreams into the future is really powerful on the dandelion energy. We're going to go and hang out for a minute. So y'all say some prayers for me for the continued strengthening of my body. Please, strengthening of my body, strengthening of my will to continue to do. And I'll do the same for you. If there's some specific things you'd like me to put some ashe on, put some prayers on, say the word. Say the word. Say, Mama Amma, I need these kind of prayers. I need this kind of care. I need this kind of support. Let me know how I can be of support to you. But in the meantime, between time, I will be back again to connect with you tomorrow. Today was the mystery of the air. Tomorrow we move into the great benefactor, Jupiter. And Jupiter is getting ready to change signs, y'all. Jupiter is getting ready to leave Gemini and move. Jupiter is going to be leaving Gemini and moving